The morning of November 8th, this was 23. I went to a Safeway in Phoenix, and right on the corner of the Safeway was a Circle K. So I stopped there to get like just $10 in gas, a couple of gallons just to get me across town because I normally go to a Chevron gas station. I drive a Audi Q3. So I normally try to, put that in there. So I stopped there and got the gas, um, pulled out, started driving. Once I got to the highway and got on the highway, I started noticing car was doing a little weirdness. Like I was doing about 80, doing about 80. The It stopped accelerating in that way. Like it was gradually going down, and I'm in the fast lane, and I'm like, okay, something, I don't know what's going on. So I started getting over into other lanes, and then I started noticing when I let off the gas a little bit, the car would start sputtering. It was like a sputter, like it was skipping a beat. If you know what I'm saying, like your heart skips a beat. It was like skipping a beat, and then it just went down to like 40 miles per hour. It wouldn't go over 40. And I'm like, okay, something's going on. So I'm like, let me stay in the slow lane. Let me kind of keep going. So as I'm going a little bit further, my engine light starts flashing on it. And I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Engine light flashing, ETC light came on, like just some light started coming on. So I'm like, let me get off the freeway and see. So as I'm braking a little bit to get over, the car starts jerking. Like it's jerking, like bucking now. And I'm like, okay, something is going on. So I get off the highway. And as I'm going to stop at a light, because the light that I have to turn left at, it turns red. So as I stop, the car just jerks and shuts off. Like took me a little bit over into the intersection a little bit, which thank God it didn't cause an accident, but it jerked and just shut off. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So it actually started again. And so I was able to get it out of the street. So then I pulled over and I actually got online because I live here by myself. I moved here alone. I got online and I'm like, I need to find like a mobile mechanic or something to come out here to try to figure it out. So I found a guy online on Facebook, and he told me he can come out, give him like a couple of hours. He said, but just try to see if I can get it closer to work. So I was able to get it to work, but it just kept doing the same thing. I was able to get it to work. He came out, started checking everything on my car, and he said, sounds like you got a bad case of gasoline. So the gasoline, what it had done when it went through, mixed with my gas that I had in there mixed through, it kind of just threw off my sensors. Everything just kind of threw off. So he was unable to fix it at that point because he's mobile mechanic, it's sitting there, and it's an Audi. So I ended up getting it towed to a shop that's certified that works on Audi. They had my car for about 2 weeks. But before this happened, he told me, because this is the same exact day, he said, call the gas station. So I got on the phone, I called the station. I called them about 3 times, finally got to somebody. They gave me an 800 number to call to the corporation. So I called them, made the complaint, and this was on the same exact day, just, hours later, because I had to wait until someone got there to tell me what was going on. So I called them the same exact day. Um, I ended up getting a car to the shop, and this is even before they contacted me back about the complaint. It was a few days that it took them to actually call me back. But I did all the necessary stuff that they told me to do, about the complaint, let them know, everything. I did that. At this time, the car's at the shop. They contacted me back and was like, yeah, this doesn't sound like a problem for us. This wasn't us. And I'm like, the guy clearly stated that it was gas. So I'm like, the car's in the shop. So can we at least wait until the actual shop diagnoses the car? They had my car about 2 weeks. Guess what they found? In the gas tank, in the line, on up, contaminated gasoline. And it says it on the damages to my car. contaminated gasoline. The gasoline, whatever it was, it separated. So once they dropped the line, that's what they found. And they clearly, right now to this day, still won't accept responsibility. I had to hire an attorney to do a demands letter so that they can talk. I've spent out so much money doing this. And they offered me, I don't know what it was, the attorney didn't tell me, oh, we'll offer her something, but that's only to keep our good reputation. But we're not taking responsibility for this. At a loss of, I'm probably at a good 7K now with this car situation, and the car's still not running the way it was. Recover my losses. That's what I wanted at first, recovering my losses. And then, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I want $1 million. But now, you know what I'm saying? You won't even give me my losses back. It's caused a lot of stress. I can tell you right now, this, the little savings that I have, I don't have a cushion anymore because I had to spend it getting the car fixed. Still have a car note, still have insurance. I had to get a rental car for a week. I was in a Lyft and I literally was paying $100 a day. I sent them everything that they needed, everything that they need. They asked me for everything. I sent them every bit of documentation from A to Z. And then they're just like, this still doesn't sound like a us problem.